Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. It is time for me to check out the lineup of games that are available if you are a Nintendo Online Expansion Pass subscriber in February of 2026. I have not been an Expansion Pass subscriber. I have been an ongoing Nintendo Online subscriber, which basically gives you Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and I believe it even gives you some Game Boy, correct? However, as you can see, as of today, there's an extended lineup of games available, including today they launched Virtual Boy on here. I've already made a video about that if you want to check it out. But Sega Genesis, which is kind of interesting that it's on a Nintendo console, the Nintendo GameCube Classics, the Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo 64, mature 17 plus. So I wonder what games they actually have on there that are mature rated. Everything else must be like up to teen, maybe family rated. But this one actually has some mature content. So what we're going to do is explore all of these and see what games are on there. I actually have a marathon coming up on March 6th that I'm calling the Retrothon, where I'm going to be playing throwback games. And perhaps this will be the lineups that I will use and grab some of these games and play them. So first off, let's start at the very beginning, the beginning of Nintendo's existence, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's take a look and see what games are available on NES on the Switch 2 in February 2026. Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden 2 have been added. That's cool. Battletoads is a very difficult game if you've never played it. It is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that also has very tough challenges, like the driving stages are very, very hard. Ninja Gaiden 2, Dark Sword of Chaos, I have done a playthrough of this one. All right, so this one I've already done, but I've never done a Battletoads run. Let's see here. Excuse me. What do we got? Regular Tetris, Cobra Triangle, not familiar with that one. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Yes, if you want to learn math on the Switch 2, do that. What is this? I have no idea. Some kid in like a yellow banana-colored suit throwing what appears to be a firecracker at a merman. Sure. Press X for details. The Mystery of Atlantis, of course. One of my favorite games ever. Mystery of Atlantis. Urban Champions. Don't let the neighborhood bully push you around. Find out what it takes to make it in the rough city streets to get the toughest brawlers around. Probably like a proto side-scrolling beat 'em up, like the thing that came before Final Fight, right? Thank you, Nothing Here. I appreciate that. He says that he appreciates that I at least tried to cover the Virtual Boy. What is this? Devil World. I never heard of that one. It says a hidden gem from Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto. The Mysterious Murasame Castle. That's one of my favorites from back in the day. Now, a lot of these obviously didn't have American releases, like Ninja Jajamaru-kun, The Path of Many Monsters. Yikes. Downtown Neketsu March Super Awesome Field Day. That one came out in 1990. Wow, that came out late in the run of the regular Nintendo. Joy Mech Fight. Mystery Tower. What is up with the guy, the main character? What the hell kind of art style is that? It's like weird. Wait, Namcot? I'm not seeing things, am I? Namcot? Not Namco, but Namcot? Namco used to be called Namcot at some point? I did not know that. Xevious, that's actually a very famous one. I don't know about Diva Story 6 Imperial of Nearsartia, though. I don't know if I've heard that. Dig Dug, that's a classic. I used to play that on Atari, though. Mappy Land? Mappy the Police Mouse prepared all kinds of wonderful presents from Mapiko and Mappy Jr. The heck? So Earthbound Beginnings is the prequel. Isn't this just Mother? That's what this is, correct? The original game of Mother. The year is 1980X, the town Podunk. As a Nin-10, so you're not Ness in this one. You're Nin-10, a young boy with psychic powers. Interesting. Also, the Queen of Magicant. Magicant was in Earthbound, right? It was. So there's actually a tie to Earthbound and Mother. This Mother. I never played this one. That would be interesting to try out the original Earthbound, which is called Mother. That's cool. No, I never played any of the Namco arrangement games. No, I have not. Isn't this a special... Yeah, look, 8 wardrobe changes. So basically, in the special version of Super Mario 3, you start with lots of items in the final world. So it's just basically a modified version of Super Mario 3. Oh, there's 2 versions of this game. I see. Fire and Ice and Nightshade Scat. Ew. There's a game called Scat. The Immortal. Isn't this a challenging, like, horror game, I think? Rygar. Never played Shadow of the Ninja. I've heard of Crystalis, but I don't think I played it. Let's see here. Double Dragon 2 is such a classic. I owned Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3 on my NES. 2 is my favorite of all of them, by far. Super fun game. I never had any of the original Donkey Kong, so this is Donkey Kong 3. Were there only 3? I'm actually trying to remember how many Donkey Kong games there were back in the day. Okay. Someone did $1.37 tips. Says, what about Animaniacs for your marathon? I don't know. There was an Animaniacs video game. I don't think I've ever played that. Is the Animaniacs on SNES? Yeah, I don't know much about that. The Animaniacs video game. I don't remember ever. I'm sure there was one because Animaniacs was incredibly popular, but I don't think I've ever played that. Vice Project Doom. It looks like Mel Gibson on the cover. Clue Land. There's Donkey Kong Jr. I guess that's technically Donkey Kong 2 is Donkey Kong Jr., right? Excite Bike. I played it. Well, I played regular Excite Bike. This is a different version. I guess this is a 2-player version. Punch Out. I owned this one. This game is so fun if you know the patterns of how to beat the boxers, but if you don't, it's super hard. Of course, I don't remember the patterns, so... And by the way, there were 2 versions. There was Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but then later they removed the licensing, and it was just regular Punch Out, and they replaced him with... is it Mr. Dream at the end instead of Mike? Yeah. So Mario Brothers The Lost Levels is the real Super Mario 2. Very difficult game. Let's see here. Star Tropics, that's a good one. That's a tricky game. It's platformer. It's a platformer. So a lot of people compare this to like a Zelda game, but it actually has more platforming to it than Zelda does. Adventure of Link I've played through, done a full playthrough of. Never played Blaster Master. I've heard it's incredibly difficult. Mario 2 Classic. I actually never really played original Kirby, although I think we did a challenge run when they'd had the Nintendo World Championships game a year or 2 ago. I never played the original Kirby in its original form. I never played Adventures of Lolo. That is a classic a lot of people mention, but... So this game, Ninja Gaiden, is my bane. I've literally never beaten Ninja Gaiden 1. I've gotten to the very, very end, and I just can't beat it because the final stage makes you go through 4 levels and kill the multiple phases of the final boss all on 1 life, and I could just never pull it off. It, to this day, remains one of the most ultra-difficult games that I've never beaten. I just could not beat that game. I never played Wario's Woods. What is this? Toad is the star of the game Wario's Woods. Oh, yeah? I didn't know that Toad was the main character of a game, and I guess Wario must be the villain then? Original Metroid, awesome, awesome, awesome game. Challenging, but awesome. Like, super fun game. Okay. Willy Bowonka tips me $1.13 asking why they're banned from chat. I don't know. I can't unban you via a tip. I need to know your actual address on YouTube to unban you. So unless you send me that, I can't unban you. Just having your name doesn't mean anything because anyone can have any name on YouTube. Okay. Thanks for $1. So, let's see here. Never played Mighty Bomb Jack. That looks so bootleg. Look at that art. God. 4 exciting endings in one game. They tout having multiple endings. I think Twin Bee is actually a shooter. NES Open, which would be their golf game, tournament golf. Solomon's Key. Heard of it, never played it. It says arcade hit, so it must have been an arcade game first. Dodge, look at that. Super Dodgeball. Look at the guy's face. Some of the art back then was wild. Ghosts and Goblins, another really hard game. There's original Double Dragon. I prefer Double Dragon 2. So we got Donkey Kong. Ice Climbers. I never really played that. The only time I played it was again in Mario or Nintendo World Championships. The original Mario Brothers, which is nothing like Super Mario Brothers. It's such a different game, but I had that on Atari, actually. River City Ransom, isn't that also like a game that came before Final Fight? Another beat 'em up? Oh, there's actually a Yoshi game? Oh, it's a puzzle game. It's an action puzzle game. I never played that either. Okay. The original Legend of Zelda, Tecmo Bowl, and Mario 3. Okay, that's what they've got. So they do have Legend of Zelda, original Zelda. Because here's the thing. We're talking about this retro marathon, right? Like, what kind of games would you guys like to see me do in a retro marathon? I would say, obviously, original Mario Brothers, maybe some of the Super Marios, original Zelda, maybe some Double Dragon, because Double Dragon 1 and 2, but 2 is my favorite. I play some of that. I'd probably try Battletoads, you guys had mentioned. I'd probably play Battletoads. It's really hard, though, but I would still give it a try. Metroid's an awesome game to play a little bit of there in a marathon. Dude, Ninja Gaiden I would play, but to this day, I don't think I'll ever beat this. Like, seriously. Really? I never played the original Mario Brothers for YouTube. I didn't? The original Mario 1? I'd play that. I didn't realize I never played it. Okay. I feel like that's a shoo-in. Like, everyone should do a playthrough of Mario 1 at some point. I'm shocked I didn't. I'm actually legit shocked I didn't play Mario 1 at some point. Huh. Okay, Blaster Master I never played before. Again, original Kirby I never really played before. Kid Icarus, again, we played it in Nintendo World Championships. So I kind of know what it is, but I don't think that'd be a very fun game because it's kind of busted. Star Tropics is actually good. That's cool that they got Star Tropics on there. Okay. So yeah, there's some good stuff there, I would say. For the marathon, if we were to try some and play a few of these, that would be cool. See, I wouldn't want to do an RPG. I would maybe want to play Mother someday, but probably not in a marathon setting. So that's cool, but they haven't added that much. Like, taking a look at this library, I remember many years ago looking at this library, and most of these games are the same. Like, they haven't added much at all. So that's a little weird that they didn't add much. Okay. Let's check out Super Nintendo now. And let's see what they've got added there. Oh, Willy Bowonka on Kick, not YouTube. Okay. If it's Kick, that's easy. I thought you were trying to get unbanned on YouTube. There you go. Unbanned. So I got a $1 tip from Willy Bowonka to get unbanned on Kick, and they're unbanned. And I just got a $5 super chat from Say Henshin a Go Baby. No, Henshin a Go Go Baby. Thank you. He says, do you miss the variety in games from back then? So many different genres. Feels like companies don't take risks anymore. Yeah, today, I hate to say it, the vast majority of game developers try to go into a category that already exists. Like, they literally will say, let's make a new shooter of the cooperative looter type or extraction shooter. Let's make a battle royale. Let's make this. And they're all the samey stuff. There's no real, like, big originality when it comes to game design these days. If there are, it's usually an indie game, right? Back then, they were trying everything. Like, they were just throwing a million things at the board, hoping that some of them would stick. And some of them did and some of them didn't, admittedly. But it was nice to see innovation and to see them attempting to do a variety of things. While today, so many things are just so samey. You know what I mean? Like, they really don't take those risks. I do feel like these early consoles really did try a lot of different things, right? Some wild ideas. Admittedly, a lot of them didn't work because the technology wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like, we're seeing these beat-em-ups, and it's like, well, probably Double Dragon was the best of the early beat-em-ups. And then there were others that tried, like River City Ransom and that other one that we saw, and they were all right. But it really wasn't until, Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3, and then I would say Final Fight is probably when the beat-em-ups hit their stride, and then after that we had, like, Streets of Rage and stuff like that. So, okay. So, cool. Now we're going to head into Super NES. Sorry, I'm distracted here for a second. Things bothering me. Okay. So here we got Super NES, and we're going to see, apparently they added new games recently, or at least these are the last added games. I don't know what the hell Nobunaga's Ambition is. I never heard of that. Although, isn't it funny? We've seen that guy Nobunaga in so many games, right? So what do we got? Mario Paint. Is his mouse required? Well, guess what? This controller is a mouse. So we could actually do Mario Paint today if we wanted. The hell is this? Mario and Wario? Action puzzles abound in a title released only in Japan. Wario dropped a bucket on poor Mario's head. Now he can't see, so it's up to you to lead Mario to safely to Luigi. Use a forest fairy's magic wand. What the hell? The title requires mouse controls. Play either by holding the Joy-Con 2 controller like a mouse or using a compatible USB mouse. Interesting. Fatal Fury Special. Oh, that's cool. Fatal Fury Special being on there is pretty neat, actually. Nice. 32 megs simultaneous 2-player action. Yes. Look at the box art. Looks nothing like the game. I love it. Mozzie did a $2 super chat. Says, can unbanning be a court process and jury decision? Yes, we will hold court here. I'll sit on my throne and we'll have people come in and present their cases, and then we'll have a yay or nay, thumbs up or thumbs down vote like in Gladiator. See? Sure. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Mozzie, for $2. Okay. So let's take a look. I would say Mario Paint's neat. I would mess with that for a while. I love the soundtrack of Mario Paint. I owned that on SNES back in the day. Obviously, I didn't have this. This is Japan only, right? Interesting. Lord of Darkness. It looks like these are all like Nobunaga's Ambition. Lord of Darkness. They look like the same line of game, don't they? They have the same text and everything. Fourth entry to Nobunaga's Ambition. Yeah, there you go. You must unify all 48 feudal states. Good lord. No one outside of Japan knew those games existed. Uncharted Waters New Horizons. It's in the Age of Discovery. What the hell is this game? Select one of 6 characters with different backgrounds and motivations. Discover treasures, rare animals, and monuments. What the heck? Think that's any good? I never heard of that before. New Horizons. Super Ninja Boy. I feel like I might have rented this and played it at some point. That sounds familiar. Yeah. I did play the original Super Mario Brothers during my birthday at one point. Not sure if you ever played just the regular Mario Brothers. No, I definitely didn't play regular Mario Brothers for YouTube at all. Absolutely not. I think you're right. I think I played original Super Mario during a marathon. I think you're right. I think I remember doing that. Battletoads Double Dragon. I played that. My friend owned it and brought it over my house. Oh, I left the game? Bubsy. The original Bubsy. That's cool. Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. That's cool. I missed Bubsy. Under Uncharted Water series is a legendary JRPG. I've never heard of it. Yeah, I never heard of that. Uncharted Waters. Super R-Type, great game, very tough. But a great shooter. That came out around the launch of Super Nintendo, actually. I was going to say it's a launch title. Yeah, 91. Yeah, I remember it was really early on. Battletoads had another one, so Battle Maniacs is 93. They both came out the same year? Battletoads Double Dragon and Battletoads Battle Maniacs came out the same year. Killer Instinct. Now, there's one that has a story. Killer Instinct originally was an arcade game, okay? Made by Midway, the same people who at that point were making Mortal Kombat. And great graphics, like nothing that a console at the time could handle. So they said it's going to be a launch title for the Ultra 64, which was supposed to be the new console that Nintendo was going to come out with. And the Ultra 64 was supposed to be a CD-based system. Okay? So they even advertised it in the arcade game, in the screens on the arcade machine. It said, coming to Ultra 64. You're like, whoa, that's cool. They're advertising an upcoming console on an arcade game. That's nuts. Guess what never came out? The Ultra 64. It was canceled. Because originally it was supposed to be a CD-based system where Nintendo was teaming up with Sony. And then they dropped that idea in partnership. And then they went on to make N64. So Killer Instinct, everyone wanted Killer Instinct, so they just ported it to SNES. And man, it was inferior to the arcade. Just the graphics, the sound, everything was so much worse than the arcade version. Later, they did actually port Killer Instinct to N64, but it was called Killer Instinct Gold. and it was a kind of almost a bootleg version of Killer Instinct 2. It just wasn't as good. So, Harvest Moon, whoops. Harvest Moon. Isn't this a, like a farm simulator game? This is basically the predecessor to a game such as Animal Crossing. Yeah. Fighter's History. We played this before. We did this when they added it to the SNES catalog. We played it. It's a very bootleg 3D or a 2D fighter similar to Street Fighter. They got a lot of Kirby games, huh? Look at that. A lot of Kirby games. 8 games in 1. Earthworm Jim 2. I wonder if they have original Earthworm Jim. I never played Super Punch-Out. Never. I only played regular Punch-Out. Rival Turf. Big Al and the Street Kings take over the streets for themselves. Wow. Big Al and the Street Kings. And it shows a kid who looks like he's 12. There's Earthbound. That's awesome that they got Earthbound. Claymates? Never played that. Clayton, your father, has perfected the Claymorph Serum. Weird. Magical Drop. That's a great... What the... They don't have a box art for Magical Drop. What happened? Yeah, what happened? I like Magical Drop. It's a great puzzle game. I played a bunch of them. There was an arcade version of one. I think 3 was the arcade one I played. But what the hell happened? Why is there no box art? They lost the box. They couldn't find it. That looks weird. Psycho Dreams. Probably a shooter. It was never translated to English. A terrifying fantasy game called The Legend of the Fallen Capital. I have no idea what this is. Apparently it's not a shooter. I don't know what that is. Psycho Dream. We played all the Donkey Kong Country games over the years. What the hell is this? Mario Super Picross. Oh, I don't even know what Picross is. I never played it before. Something to do with revealing pictures, like a puzzle game that reveals pictures. How about, hey, punk, are you tough enough? Master the moves to master me. What the hell is this? No idea. That looks like it's Rob Liefeld art. Is that Rob Liefeld art? Because it looks like it reminds me of like X-Force or what's that comic he made himself? I forgot what it was called. No, Earthbound was actually Mother 2 in Japan. It was the second in a trilogy, right? Yeah. Look at this wrestling game. Logic Bomb Wild Guns? Is it a shoot 'em up? Wild Guns? Yeah, blast your way through villainous outlaws, diabolical robots. I never played that one. This is actually a relatively new game because it never came out. Star Fox 2. Yeah, see, they released it in 2017. What the fuck? Look at this. Brawl Brothers. More Kirby games. Oh, you know what? It's the same ones, just not the special editions. Joe and Mac 1 and 2 are great, but they're also very challenging. They're very similar to Contra, only you play as cavemen throwing around bones and stuff. Mario World. I've definitely done playthroughs of Mario World before. I would love to play Super Metroid one day. I never have. I would also love to play Link to the Past again, because I haven't played this in a long, long time. And I really like Link to the Past, one of my favorite games of all time. What the hell is this? Super Puyo Puyo 2. Okay, so really, honestly, they haven't added much. Like, I would say since the last time I looked at this, they only really added Bubsy and Mario Paint and whatever this game is. So maybe we'll check out Mario Paint and see how that works with the mouse. We could do that. Okay. All right, what the heck do they have? Let's take a look at the lineup. Well, let's do Game Boy quickly. Not that I would play Game Boy, but let's just see what's on there. I did play Link to the Past, but it wasn't 3-4 years ago. It was a long time ago. All right, what's the new Game Boy games? Let's find out. Kid Icarus, Bionic Commando, Yoshi, which is the puzzle game, and Balloon Kid, my favorite game ever. Yeah, right. What is all this? Let's see. Sword of Hope rings a bell. I think my cousin had this. I think Sword of Hope is a turn-based RPG, very similar to, like, Dragon Quest, if I remember correctly. Man, they have Donkey Kong. Oh, they have Mega Man's on here? They're probably not good, though, right? Because they're the Game Boy versions. So they have Mega Man 1 through 4 Game Boy versions. I can't imagine those being good, though. It might be fun to play like Mario Land, because that's a very unique version of Mario. The music is great. So bum ba dum bum ba da bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. I remember that. That was good stuff. I played it 12 years ago, then I played it in 2022 when Switch re-released it. So I've played A Link to the Past twice. Okay. Castlevania Legends, I've never played that. It's a Game Boy version of Castlevania. This is hilarious. Look what they put on the front. Game Boy Color. And it's like an N64 rendered Mario. No, it's Game Boy. He will not be in the game. Just saying. Warner Brothers Quest for Camelot. Like it's a movie tie-in game, huh? Ooh, I never played these. Zelda, Oracle of Ages, and Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. I've never played those before. Are those games any good? People are saying it's like Link's Awakening. Oh, I like Link's Awakening. I played that. Cool. Maybe I'll check those out. More Kirby games. What? Alone in the Dark, the new nightmare for Game Boy? What on earth? That's insane that they made that for Game Boy Color. That's absolutely insane. Metroid 2 was exclusive to Game Boy. That's right. So I've never played Metroid 2 because I didn't have this. Yeah. This is a Metroid game I've never played before. Super Mario Land 2. So I would say I would consider playing one of these Zeldas. I would consider playing one of the Mario Lands, Metroid 2, Wario Land 3. I've never played a Wario Land game except for the one that we played today, which was the Virtual Boy. So they don't have a lot, but there's a few gems on there. There's a few things I would consider playing. Okay, now let's go to the more modern stuff. First of all, what's on Genesis? I don't know what they put on Genesis Online. Let's look. Sega. Ooh, that's cool that they got the classic Sega. E-SWAT. Oh, they got Streets of Rage on there? That's cool. Of course, classic Toe Jam and Earl. Vector Man. Very hard game, Vector Man. I remember renting it and playing it. It's very challenging. Here, Ghouls and Ghosts on Genesis. Shinobi, that was a Sega-only franchise, right? Kid Chameleon. Wow, oh no. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. This is the worst version of Street Fighter 2. Seriously? You know how they say Genesis does what Nintendo don't? Well, there were a few things Genesis couldn't do. And what it couldn't do, it really, really could not emulate arcade level graphics. They tried a few times. It failed miserably. For example, they tried to do this version of Street Fighter, and it's terrible. The graphics are awful. The music sounds like the music is being played inside of a tin can. It's really bad. It's a really bad version of Street Fighter. Earthworm Jim 1 is on the Sega Genesis. That's interesting. Golden Axe 2 with the weirdest cover art ever. But Golden Axe is another side-scrolling beat-em-up, really good. We played Mega Man The Wily Wars before. That's a great version of Mega Man with 16-bit graphics. Shining Force 2, so that's an RPG. I played Sonic Spinball before for you guys. Never played Dynamite Headdy. That's the original Toe Jam and Earl, and then there's the other one. There's two of those games, right. Castlevania Bloodlines I've played for you guys. That's also a really good game. Contra Hardcore? I don't think I ever played that one. Original Golden Axe is on there. There's Shining Force 1. So they got the classics Sonics on there, but I've already played those. Streets of Rage 2. Damn, that is the stupidest art ever for Strider. Can you imagine? Someone saw that and thought that's what the game was? Dude, the guy looks nothing like that at all. What the hell kind of art is that? It's shit. This is so bad. So honestly, no, I probably wouldn't play any of these. I've already played the ones that I would have wanted to play. So probably no. I would not be interested in these games for like a marathon or a playthrough. Okay. What do they got on N64 right now? Chronologically, N64 would be next. What do they got on here? So this is only if you have the Switch Premium subscription. Can you play these? Forsaken and Forsaken 64. What are these? A ruthless mercenary. Huh? It's a first-person shooter, it says. How did two of them come out the same year? What? What the... Why are they all listed separately? It's the same game, look. English, French. What is this one, then? Why are there two versions listed? Look. Turok 2. Turok and Turok 2, both very prominent Nintendo 64 games from back in the day. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is it? This is it? This is all they have for Nintendo 64? Huh? Where's Mario 64? Oh, there's another one? I'm being told there's two Nintendo 64 apps. This is the adults only. Oh, I gotta get the regular N64. This is only mature games. Because I own Turok. I own that game. It's hard, but it's fun. That's a good game. I never played the sequel. All right, let's get the real... I don't have the real N64. I only downloaded the mature version. So how do I get regular N64? Let's see here. Let's get the real one. There it is. Okay, let's get that. I'm like, dude, there's no way that's all that they have. Okay. All right. We got to wait because if we open another app, it stops the download. But I was going to say, I know for a fact that they have Mario on there. Welcome back, Secret Rain. We are exploring the stuff on Nintendo Switch Online. And now we're heading into the stuff that's only for those who have the premium subscription, which is called the Expansion Pass. That's what I just got today. So I want to see what N64 games, I want to see what GameCube games and Game Boy Advance games are on there that we might check out. I definitely want to try Mario 64 today. Reason being, my wife tried to play it a couple years ago on the regular Switch. It ran horribly. It was choppy, and it dropped frames, and it was delayed. I was like, this is unplayable. So hopefully they've improved it by now. Damn, this takes forever. And we're stuck doing it. If I don't download it, we can't actually... It'll never finish. Damn. What do you guys think? Here, you know what? Let's just jump into GameCube and see what's in there. Rather than wait. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Wario World. I didn't even know that there was like a Wario World game on there. Let's see. A garlic-fueled rampage. Is it a platformer? The original Luigi's Mansion. I don't know about Chibi Robo. I never played Mario Strikers. This is the same game, isn't it? It's just for two different audiences, Europe and USA. Wind Waker, such a good game. I played it when they ported it to the HD version for, what was it? Wii U? I loved it. I really like Wind Waker. Wait. That's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only 8 GameCube games on here? Are they insane? That's it? They never added any more? That's crazy. Well, yeah, admittedly, the games are good. Like, well, I bet these are all good games. But why would you only add 8 games? What kind of a freaking catalog is that? That's lame. See what happened? So we literally have to just sit here and wait. We're stuck sitting here and waiting, so let's just sit here and wait. Okay. How annoying. They just added Fire Emblem. Oh, yeah? Here we go. Now it's downloading. Okay. I do want to test Mario 64 because I'm curious if now that they're on a new console generation of hardware, if it runs better, because it ran horribly on Switch 1. I was shocked it was that bad. Yes, we did get all 120 stars in Mario 64 when I did that playthrough of it years ago. We did everything, right? Muckman, we are unable to stream the Virtual Boy. I tried it earlier. It doesn't work. So what we did is I just played 2 games and I commentated on them, but you couldn't see them. I know that sounds stupid, but it was the only way to do it. Okay, let's see what N64 games are in here. What's up, Casanova? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay. Ooh, Rayman 2's on there. Tonic Trouble, isn't that made from the same people? I think it's the same game makers, right? Why'd they change the box art? It's like the same thing. It's weird. See how the box art's slightly different? Huh. There's Killer Instinct Gold, which is literally just Killer Instinct 2. It's not really Killer Instinct Gold. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on there. That's nice. Let's see here. Mario Party 3. I never played Pokemon Stadium. They have 5 versions of it, but I never played it. Oh, they have Stadium 1 and 2. I played some of these already, right? We played Pilot Wings, I believe. I don't know how we played. How did we play Pilot Wings? Hold on. No, you know what? We played the Super NES version. We never played the N64 version. Yeah. There's Pokemon Snap. Majora's Mask, I've done that, but that was the handheld version. I never played the actual N64. The original Paper Mario game. Interesting. Ocarina of Time, I've played that once. I played it. That was also the handheld version that I played at that time, I remember. Let's see here. What is this? Sin and Punishment? Never heard of this one. Must have been a Japan exclusive or something. Star Fox 64, I absolutely love. I own it. Or I owned it back in the day. That was one of the few games I owned for N64. Wait, is this for real? That's it? That's the whole N64 library? Dude, this is like nothing. People are paying a ton of money extra for this stuff, and there's like nothing in it. This is... You know what? No. Right now we're playing this. This better run absolutely beautifully on here. Mario. I mean it. It better run beautifully on here, because if it runs like shit, I'm going to be pissed if people are paying money for this. Here, let's pull his nose. Look his nose. His boogers. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. This better run well.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Peach. Oh, yeah? Mildcast is only really worth it for SNES and faraway promises of certain titles. What titles have they promised? So you reach Princess Toadstool's castle via a warp pipe. It's choppy. It's actually not as bad as it was on Switch, but it's still choppy. You see, the frame rate is not that good. It's okay, but it's not great. You would think they'd be able to run this at, like, you know, good frame rate on here, but I guess not. Some Pokemon games for the GameCube people really want. Oh, yeah? They've promised that, huh? All right, let's go to the first level. The spooky laugh. Where's the first stage? Right here? Yeah, I'll say this. It's not as bad as it was on Switch 1, but it's still not good. Hello, Gabriel. How are you? We're in the backyard already. This is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to find the first world, but I forgot where it was. Oh, that's choppy out here. Look. Again, this is better than Switch 1. On Switch 1, it was, like, ridiculously bad and unplayable. But this still isn't great. Don't have the key. I agree. LG Power Gaming says Switch came out 9 years ago. They had all this time to build up their library, and it's still sparse for a console that's, you know, a console, you know, 30 years old. Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous how few games are on here, in my opinion. Taking a look, I thought there'd be way more content, and there's actually way less than I expected. Let's go. Where's the punch? There it is. Boing, boing. Oh my god. It's so floaty. I can't even butt stomp this. Look, I can't do it. Look at that. You can do a breakdance kick. Does anyone even use that? Have you ever used breakdance kick before? I forgot all about it. I forgot it even existed. Oh, with these graphics, this ground looks like lava. It's not. It's dirt, but it looks like lava. Oh. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. You get all the red coins. I'd be better to have someone set up recompilations for PC. They run like butter and support higher resolutions. Yeah, like you can tell, this isn't running it very well. Now, it's not bad, like I said. This actually on original Switch was terrible. This is definitely better than that. But, oh god. This is definitely better than that, but it's still not good. Okay. Oh, he's appeared out of thin air. Did you see that? I can't see. Great. To free the chomp. Here's your first star. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So it's playable for sure. This is definitely much better than the experience that my wife and I had when we tried to play it on Switch 1. It's passable, okay? It's not the best, and like people are saying, people have emulated this on computer, and it runs way better, but it's not bad. How about this? Let's just run and fight the first boss, then we'll check out other games. Let's go fight the first boss. Let's go. Ugh. Floaty controls and the camera you can't really control well makes this game very challenging. Look at that. I tried to do the long jump. I got that. Oh! That's great. Oh! Here we go. Speed run the stage. Oh! He has to say Yahoo every single time he long jumps. I love that the balls are 2D sprites that are rendered instead of 3D. That's right, there was no second stick on N64. There was only one stick. So the camera was mapped to buttons rather than a thumbstick, and that's why it's awkward in this game. That is correct. Oh! Oh! Go, fill the hearts. All right, Big Bomb time. So, oh. Pick up the big ass. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at this. Oh no, you got me! Oh no, whoa! Ooh! Ooh, yeah! Ooh! Alright, there's a star. Here we go. Easy enough. This game doesn't get hard till later. Some of the stages later are really hard, like the swimming stages and stuff. It's really hard to control your swimming in this game. But there you go. All right, so I would say this is passable. The game is actually playable on Switch 2. It has a much better frame rate and controls better than it did on Switch 1. It's not perfect, but it's much better. Like, this was unplayable on Switch 1. It was so choppy that it was giving my wife and I headaches. So they definitely fixed that. That's good to at least see that that's fixed, okay? But man, that's a lame selection of games for GameCube and N64. There's like almost nothing on there. What's the frame rate? I don't know. I mean, there's no way to tell, right? There's no way it doesn't display frame rate or anything when you're playing, so I don't know what the frame rate actually is, Swaganito. But that definitely looked reasonable and playable. What do they got on Game Boy Advance? Just curious. I had a Game Boy Advance, but I didn't play a ton of stuff. Mostly RPGs. Let's see what they got on here. Klonoa, Fire Emblem and the Sacred Stones, Mr. Driller 2, Wario Land 4, F-Zero games, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Interesting. What is this? Densetsu no Star Free 2. What the hell is that? Link to the Past, Game Boy Advance Edition, and Four Swords Adventures. I actually had that. Metroid Zero Mission. This is a great game. I played it. I played this one. Yeah. I really liked it when I played it. Zero Mission. Golden Sun. They got the original Golden Sun on here. Oh, that's cool. Golden Sun's a great series. Very challenging puzzles. When it comes to using the elements to do like dungeon you have to like push blocks and solve elemental puzzles and stuff. It's pretty good. Golden Sun. Mario Advance is basically just a couple of Mario games. And then, yeah, Mario Advance 2 is Mario World. And then this is Yoshi's Island. That's all they are. I never played Metroid Fusion, I don't think. I think I played Zero Mission. I don't know if I played Fusion. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. I don't think I played this one. Yeah. I never played this one. Is it Minish or Minish Cap? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I never played that one. I bet it's good. I never played Superstar Saga. I never played the WarioWare game, no. And that's it. I would say I would play either Metroid game would be cool. I would play like this one. I never played Minish or Minish Cap or whatever. I would play that. It's like so Minish Cap. I would play Minish Cap. I would try Golden Sun, but it's a long RPG. I don't know if people would be down for that, but I would try that. Here, I'm curious. Because I don't think I played Metroid Fusion. Let's see. I don't think I ever played this. I can't skip this? No. It's really good? I never played it. WarioWare too? I want to try WarioWare? I'll try WarioWare. I don't really care about the plot. Can I get this off my screen? What the fuck? Why is this on my screen? Get out of there. Dude, this is stuck on the screen. There we go. Look at this creature. What the? Oh, it's a mimic. They said they were mimics, right? I think, yes, I think the Game Boy Advance stuff is only for the premium subscription, right? The Game Boy Advance stuff is not just on the regular Nintendo Online, right? I don't think so. No Eternal Darkness for GameCube. The GameCube selection is awful. Very few games. One of the X's infested my central nervous system. Oh, come on, I just want to play. I can't skip the intro. Come on. Oh. I can't skip this. I want to play the game. Yes, Game Boy Advance is only for the expansion pass. Okay. So you could not remove the power suit from her body anymore. Did you read that? Her power suit fused with her body? That's crazy. Uh-huh. Use the Metroid to make an anti-X. This is very complicated for Metroid. Can we just play Metroid? Why do we have to watch like a freaking anime intro? Look how long this shit is. I definitely didn't play this one because I never saw this intro before. I played Metroid Zero Mission. Yes, that's right. Metroid Zero Mission is a remake of Metroid 1 with better graphics, gameplay, and visuals. While this is an original game, I believe, right? Metroid Fusion. Yeah, look, she's like a alien hybrid now. Oh. Come on. Well, I received a $5 tip. I've been dying for years to see you play Wario Land 4 on Game Boy Advance. It's a great platformer. Oh, should I check that out too? All right, we'll check that out. We'll do some Wario stuff today. Thank you for a $5 tip. I appreciate that. If you guys are enjoying the retro vibe today, please like the stream and please support it. Thank you guys who already have. Let's have a great ending to the stream here as I check out some games. Dude, the intro is still going. This is ridiculous. Oh. It says, when is your ship purple? I thought her ship was red. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, this is awful. Why'd they start the game like this? This is the worst entry to any game. Come on. Come on. Finally. Can't duck yet. Can't do anything but do a standard jump. Fire your gun and run. You aim up this way. Oh, okay. And up and down by using the shoulder button. Oh, no, you can just do it without the shoulder button. Does the shoulder do anything? The shoulder aims up by default. I guess if you want to run and aim up, you don't have to hold up. Oh, no, no, no! Okay. Volume's pretty low on this game for some reason. Weird. No, can't duck yet. Oh, you can grab ledges? Ooh, that's new. That wasn't in standard Metroid. So yeah, look, your suit looks totally different from its old self. It now has green stuff attached to it. I guess because you fused with these this X creature. The navigation room. Ooh, it's dark in here. Why is it so dark? It's fucking spooky. And the music got creepy. Can't duck yet, so I can't go in there. Everything's destroyed. Can't go left here, because I can't duck yet. Whoa! Okay, so that's it. I absorbed the piece of the X creature. That's what I was supposed to do, right? Okay. Yeah, the game volume's way low in this game. I agree. I would have to pump the volume up if I was really going to play it. I don't know why the game volume is so low. Yeah, oh, whoa, it's way low. Yeah, here we go. I'll go like that. That'll make it a little better. I'll have to adjust it again later. Game is solid. Controls are responsive. Looks good. Runs smooth. No complaints here. Looks good. I would play this. For sure, I love Metroid. So I would definitely play this game. Unfortunate news, the specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen who hosted it before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic said host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. Seems the Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You'll never be infected by an X again. In fact, you can now absorb the X parasites without a host and merely touch them. It allows you to replenish health and restore your weapons and latent abilities, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. There you go. So now they want me to go up and to the right. See that? Okay. The music is great. That creepy music, right? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I like it. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, King Michael. Thank you, Secret Rain, for $2. Says Metroid should be a solid horror FPS like BioShock. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Metroid Beyond. It just stunk. It was boring. It had zero creepy elements to it. It didn't feel like Metroid at all. It felt like a big, underwhelming fan service attempt to make a Metroid game that just flopped. I hated it. So, I'd play a classic Metroid any day. Okay. You're only at 10% capacity. Survival rate extremely low. There's a lot of dialogue in this one. There's almost no dialogue in previous Metroids. This one has like a lot of blabbing. Dun 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 dun. Here's one. save room. Save your game, Samus. Yes. All right, let's do a save point here. I absolutely, positively would play this again. I would. Great game. You know, I know it's going to be a great game. It's Metroid, right? So I would play that if you guys wanted to see me play it. You guys are suggesting other Game Boy Advance games. Let's check them out. But let's split the part here because I've been doing an hour, and we'll do one more video here this afternoon. Awesome. Okay, I'll be right back. Cool.